Good morning, my Real News Media TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Hanover police seized cocaine in a abandoned building in Orange Bay. The Hanover police on Tuesday seized approximately 2 kilograms of cocaine in a barrel in an abandoned building in Orange Bay. The police say the illicit drug has an estimated street value of $3 million. No one was arrested in relation to the seizure. The police report that lawmen were on an operation on Wharf Road in the community about midday when the abandoned building was searched. They say the plastic barrel was searched and the 2 transparent packages containing the cocaine were seen inside it. The drugs were seized. Investigation continues. 2 Hungarians allegedly caught with cocaine at Jamaica airport. The police have charged the 2 Hungarians who were allegedly caught with cocaine while boarding a flight destined for England last week Wednesday. They have been identified as Istvan Ozzy and Andras Rafael, both car salesmen from Hungary. Ozzy and Rafael are charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, and taking steps to export cocaine. Reports are that during routine checks at the Sanctuary International Airport in Montego Bay, St. James, the 2 Hungarians were seen in the process of boarding a flight that was destined for Manchester, England. The police said their suitcases, which contained false compartments, were checked and found with packages of cocaine. The incident happened about 11:45 a.m. Shortly after the incident, the men were taken to hospital and a total of 53 pellets of cocaine were expelled from their bodies, the police said. The illicit drug weighed approximately 2.73 kilograms. The men are scheduled to appear in the St. James Parish Court on Friday, August 23. Injured teen thought she was going to die as gunmen shoot up setup of Chris Martin's grandmother. A 16-year-old girl who was among 7 people shot and injured by gunmen in Codger Hill, St. Catherine, while awake for the grandmother of singer Christopher Martin was in full swing, said that she felt she was going to die as she watched blood spew from her right foot. The shooting occurred sometime after 12 a.m. on Wednesday, while scores of people were singing songs, playing dominoes, or trying to collect something to eat. After maiming the people, the gunmen left the area and went on to the main road, where they shot and killed 1 man whose identity the police have not yet revealed. Residents said the man who was shot dead had just left the wake. The wake had attracted a large turnout of people from the community as well as the outside area, all of whom scampered for cover when the barrage of shots rang out. Me and my 2 cousins got shot, the 16-year-old victim said. We stood up and we saw a guy in a hoodie walk past a few times. Then we saw another guy in a hoodie. The first shot them fire in the ear and then them start to let go pure wild shots. I got one in my foot and I fell. When me realized me get shot, my body felt weak and everything started spinning. I got dizzy. I thought I was going to die. My mom told me to keep my eyes open. I don't feel good about the crime situation in Jamaica. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would be a victim of gunshot, the injured teen said. Her grandmother, Sylvine Brown Bailey, who is 70 years old, said although she could not manage to move fast because of her age, she hurried to find a safe haven when the shots were fired at the wake. She said she was so traumatized, pointing out that when she first heard the explosions, she thought it was firecrackers and was puzzled. Afterwards, I heard blow, blow, and blow again. I said that could not be clappers. I see the people them start to run, so me run go up in the house. Lord Jesus Christ, I was so frightened. Everybody was running and bouncing up into each other. I am 70 and I had to run because I was so frightened. I started to cry and tremble. My granddaughter and my grandson got shot, said Brown Bailey. My grandson is still in the hospital. It was in his leg and buttocks he got shot. The shot in his buttocks don't come out yet and they have to take it out. So he's in the hospital same way. At first I didn't know that they got shot. It was my daughter I see run come and said my granddaughter got shot in the foot, said Brown Bailey. One man who was on the scene told the news that he was very upset that the wake of a respectable and well-loved woman would be marked by such a tragedy. I am caught up over it because I spoiled Chris Martin's granny setup. Chris Martin granny was a nice woman, a church woman. She wasn't rowdy. She doesn't deserve such a send-off. Chris spent his money for others to enjoy the time and make things happy, and they come and spoil it. Those boys must go down, said the male resident. Things were going on nice. Chris Martin them played dominoes and people were enjoying themselves. Food was sharing and super drink. We thought it was somebody giving a gun salute, but when we take a look, it was nothing like that. The whole place teared down. Everybody scattered. Chris Martin couldn't do anything more than just go in the yard. Then mash up the setup. The lady was a Christian, and you come and shoot up her setup when she dead? That is a big disrespect, the resident said, adding that the gunmen dissed the program big time. Chris Martin took to social media platform Instagram, where he wrote, "My heart is heavy this morning as I reflect on the tragic events that occurred at my beloved grandmother's wake. She was a woman of deep faith and endless sacrifice, someone who taught me the true meaning of love and community." He said that it was devastating to see violence cast a shadow over what should have been a moment of peace and remembrance. "I condemn all forms of violence and extend my deepest sympathies to the families affected by this senseless act. I pray for those involved to come forward and for our community to support the authorities in bringing justice. Jamaica, we must do better. Life is too precious to be consumed by violence. Let's choose peace," he said. PNP wants a swift investigation into murder of brother of St. James councillor. The opposition People's National Party is calling for a swift investigation into the murder of Bruce Gordon, the brother of PNP councillor for the Catadupa division in St. James, Kenroy Gordon, who was gunned down during a reported attempted robbery. The news understands that Bruce, a Jamaica public service contractor, was on his way to St. Elizabeth when he stopped at a shop in the community of Burnt Ground, Hanover last evening. The 39-year-old father of two was reportedly shot and killed during an alleged robbery while purchasing a drink. PNP Information and the Public Communications spokesperson, Nikisha Burchell, has condemned the attack. "We call on the police to act swiftly in apprehending those responsible and to clarify the motive behind this crime. We urge the police to confirm whether this was indeed a robbery and to rule out any other motives circulating within the community so the Gordon family can find some semblance of peace as they navigate this tragic period," Burchell said in a statement. Burchell, who is also the PNP's MP caretaker for the St. James Southern constituency, where Gordon is a councillor, expressed the sadness on behalf of opposition leader Mark Golding and other PNP executives. "This brutal attack has shaken our community, and we vehemently denounce this heinous crime. The People's National Party, both at the national level through party leader Mark Golding and through the South St. James Executive, where I serve as a chairman, condemns this act of violence in the strongest possible terms," she wrote. At the same time, Burchell stated that the now deceased man was no stranger to the Hanover community where he was murdered. She explained that both Bruce and his brother Kenroy recently worked together to restore electricity in the area after the passage of Hurricane Beryl. Bruce's dedication to restoring electricity to the very community in which he lost his life makes this senseless act of violence even more devastating, Burchell said. While she bemoaned the harsher reality of Jamaica's crime rate, Burchell called for an all-hands approach in tackling criminality across the island. According to the most recent crime statistics published by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, as of August 3, the country has recorded 692 murders. There have been 36 murders recorded in Hanover over that period. As we mourn this loss, we are reminded of the harsh reality of the unsafe Jamaica in which we all live. Every day, too many families are torn apart by senseless acts of violence. It is imperative that we as a community remain vigilant and united in our efforts to protect ourselves and our loved ones. We must demand that the authorities take decisive action to restore safety and security in our communities. No one should have to live in fear, and it is our collective responsibility to push for the changes necessary to create a safer Jamaica for all, Burchell said. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.